good morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm Naturally Ray. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss when I upload future videos. So we're starting a new series. I think I'm gonna call this my fat loss journey or something like that. You're gonna know that last year I did my weight loss journey that helped me to lose 40 pounds in 4 months, and I documented all the different things that I was doing or that I did to lose the weight. This time I'm focusing on getting my body fat percentage to go down because it is really high. Y'all, I am hoping that you're not hearing all that noise. Well, you might hear that plane, but it's actually starting to rain outside, so I really hope you all can hear me really well. But anyway, I'm starting my fat loss journey because my body fat percentage is really high. Y'all know I have my full body composition scale, so it helped me to see a little more readings. A little later in the video I will show you all what it is. I do have an advantage because my body fat percentage is that high. I might be able to get really good results in the beginning as a newbie. And I say newbie because yes, I've been strength training and resistance training for a while, but if I'm very honest with y'all, I haven't been as dialed in as I needed to be. So I know that's why I'm not seeing the results that I wanted, because my body fat percentage should actually be a little lower by now. But anyway, we're working towards it, and I actually was contemplating if to document it, but then I remembered when I did my weight loss journey, I was so accountable to y'all because I was putting it up on YouTube all the time, and it really helped me to stay a little more consistent and disciplined. So I was like, why not, let me just put it up on YouTube. So this is maybe episode 1. Well, not maybe, this is episode 1. Of course, I'm doing things that are similar when it is I did my weight loss journey. I'm trying my best to walk like 8 to 10,000 steps. Now, really and truly, it will be easy and reasonable for me to walk 10,000 steps because you could walk about 1,000 steps in 10 minutes. So that's kind of easy for me to do. I'm focusing on making sure that I'm staying hydrated, not just drinking water. My plan is to drink about 80 ounces of water a day, but because I have my scale, it also shows me my water percentage, so I'll see if I'm hydrated, if I need to take electrolytes. I don't ever take electrolytes. The most I do is just have some pink Himalayan salt, to put some salt in my water, and I am good. I don't do anything that is so strenuous that depletes my electrolytes, so I'll be fine. I'm not saying that don't take electrolytes. If it is that you need to, if it is that you require it, go ahead and take it. But pink Himalayan salt works really good for me. But yes, I'm doing that. Of course, if it is that you're on your weight loss journey and you're really looking to decrease your body fat percentage, you need to prioritize protein. Nutrition is key when it comes to your weight loss. I say this time and time again. I am a broken record when it comes to this, but you need to make sure that you're focusing on your protein. You need to dial in on your nutrition. I try to do the 80-20 rule, where 80% of the time I eat whole, unprocessed or minimally processed food, and then 20% I have my cheat meals. Of course, my protein is like high. I try to have about 100 to 120 grams. For breakfast this morning, I did like a rough estimate. I think I had about 60 grams of protein, which is a lot for me. Usually I say try to get at least 30 grams of protein in all of your main meals, breakfast, lunch and dinner, but I was really full from all of that. Coming down to like the when I ate my yoga parfait, because I ate like the eggs and stuff first, and when I was having my yoga parfait, I was like, this is a lot of protein, which is good because protein helps to keep you full. It helps to keep you satiated. It helps to curb all of your cravings, all those sweet things that you crave and all of those unhealthy stuff that you crave. But I may not have a lot of stuff for lunch because that will just definitely keep me full for a very long time. And of course, my strength and resistance training, I need to dial it in a little better and make sure that I'm doing progressively overloading over time. Like I said, I will talk a little more about exactly what I'm doing when I show you my results and let you know what I'm aiming at, what numbers I'm aiming at. And but let me tell you, if it is that you're not prioritizing your protein, you will not get to see good results when it comes to your weight loss. If it is that you eat eating 2 eggs for breakfast, you're eating a chicken breast for lunch, you're hardly eating anything for dinner. You're basically starving yourself. Now, of course, you still need to be in a calorie deficit when it comes to your weight loss, but make sure that you're actually fueling your body correctly, actually eating nutrient dense food, because yeah, you might end up looking a lot smaller, but more than likely I'm sure you're messing up your metabolism, especially if it is you're doing excessive cardio in the gym, excessive exercise, and you're hardly eating. You're messing up your gut microbiome, you're not eating enough fiber, you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables, you're not eating enough protein. Yeah, you might look skinny fat, you might look smaller, but you're gonna mess yourself up anyway. It's not sustainable. More than likely after a couple of weeks or maybe after a couple of months, you're gonna put back on all the weight. That was a very long rant. I am sorry. I don't know why it is I end up ranting in all these videos, but honestly, I really want you all to do well. We are almost into, this is for the end of March, so we are almost into April, and yeah, like the first quarter of the month of the year has gone, and even if it is that you really now starting to say here's what, right? I know I didn't really stick with all of the things that I needed to stick with for the first part of 2025. It's not too late. You still have the majority of the year left to get really great results, and even if it is that you want to lose weight, get on a fat loss journey, and I want to do body recomposition where I'm building muscle and losing fat at the same time, you can join in with me. I will definitely give you some really good tips as to what you can do week to week. It is not going to happen really quickly, and you do not want to do anything really quickly. You want it to be realistic, you want it to be sustainable. I'm going to stop talking and I will catch up with you all when it's lunchtime. So lunch is ready, and the slices of this sourdough bread is actually not too large at all. So I don't know, it may seem to be a large slice, but it really isn't in real life. I will still have to put in and calculate how much protein this is, but I'm thinking it might be close to like 30 grams, which is actually really good. And if it is that I add up breakfast and lunch, I am very close to 100 grams of protein, which is like my target for the entire day. Now my target really is between 100 to 120. Most times I don't really reach 120, so if I reach 120 today or very close to it, I will be very happy about that. I think the last time I did a what I eat in a day video, or maybe that was last week, I think I got over 120, which was really good. After I have lunch, I would show you all my readings on my smart scale. I am trying my best to dial in a little bit with my nutrition. Right now I intuitively eat, so for the purposes of the YouTube video, I actually try to calculate the amount of protein, but really actually I don't calculate it, because at the beginning of my weight loss journey, I used to plug it into my FitnessPal app, all the different things that I'll eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack, and I basically eat the same types of food all the time. And so I started just eyeballing my food, trying to do portion control and intuitively eat, so I don't weigh out stuff and measure stuff and all of that. at least to the majority of things. There's some things I may take like a measuring cup or measuring spoon and weigh out, or measuring cup to weigh out. I mean, a measuring cup to like check the portions, but for the majority of the time, I just intuitively eat. However, because I want to try and be a little more, I don't want to say strict, but just a little more dialed in, especially because I want to see those results from week to week. When it comes to my fat loss, I may have to take out my food scale, take out more of my measuring spoons, measuring cups, and start measuring things. And then after a week or two, once I get accustomed with it, I would stop doing it, which is what I tell you all. If it is that you have no idea as to how much you are eating and you're not actually seeing results on the scale, you're doing everything right, you're sleeping the right amount of hours, 7 to 9 hours of sleep, you're not stressed out a lot, you're making sure that you're staying away from all the junk foods, ultra processed foods, you're getting in your steps, you're doing everything right, getting in your water, your electrolytes, you're doing your strength training, you're doing resistance training. If everything is dialed in and you know it's consistent with it, look at your nutrition. It doesn't mean you need to starve yourself. You can eat, which I want to eat now, but anyway, let me just stop talking. You can eat your foods, but I think for maybe a week or two I will just check to see if maybe my portion sizes are a little too much because I really do want to get great results and just show you all that it's something that you can do as well, that's sustainable. You don't have to starve yourself, you can enjoy your foods and still get great results. So anyway, I'll check back with you all a little later. So lunch was really good. I'm gonna show you all my percentage of my body fat. I'll maybe put it up like somewhere here so you all will see. It's 30.8, which is very high. Oh, I was thinking to myself, Rian, do you really want to put this journey on YouTube? But I was like, listen, when I was extremely overweight and I was showing you all of my results, I put it up and it really helped me to stay accountable. I actually was telling you all earlier that, oh, these are just 2 small slices of bread, it's not much, but yo, I am full. I was planning on making shrimp, like a wrap, burrito wrap, some kind of thing for dinner, and the wraps are like a pretty good size, and I was planning on having 2, but I think I might be like full for a while, so maybe I'll just have 1 for dinner. It depends, we'll see. So I forgot to mention, because a couple things, my body fat percentage is very high. My aim is to get to maybe my mid-20s, lower 20s, and just based on how I feel, how my body looks, I would know how to navigate as I reach my mid-20s. So when I reach like 25%, 24%, I'll decide if that's, you know, pretty good for my physique, my height, how I look. I'm 4'11", so maybe just reaching that percentage with my frame might actually be the physique that I want, especially when I'm building muscle and getting toned. So we'll see how it goes. The other thing too, because I am still considered a newbie in the gym and my body fat percentage is really high, I would tend to get results a lot, I don't want to use the word faster, but yeah, faster than someone who maybe has been training for a very long time. You're more advanced in your strength training and resistance training, and if your body fat percentage is a lot less than mine, you may not be able to lose it as quickly. I think everybody kind of knows that, but I'm gonna say everybody, but I'm just letting you all know. So even if I do see some really good results really quickly, that's just because I'm getting the newbie gains and I'm starting off with a very high body fat percentage. So I mean, it's similar to somebody who is like maybe really obese. They will tend to lose obviously like a lot of water weight in the beginning, and sometimes the beginning of their journey they might lose 10, 15, 20 pounds in a very short space of time. But for somebody like me to lose 20 pounds, it will take a while. But anyway, so I just said that I will, you know, let you all know what my aim is, and I definitely think 8 to 12 weeks is a really good time to reach from 30%, well, I would say 31 because I'm basically 31%, but 30.8 to 25%. I think about 8 weeks is a really good it's a really good time frame. I always talk about realistic, sustainable. Obviously, if I get it faster, that would be great, but I'm not pushing myself because I want to be able to maintain things, not just for the rest of the year, but for the rest of my life. So I'm trying my best to wrap this, but this is definitely loaded. So I'll definitely just be having one of these wraps. So this is dinner here. I'm really excited for this. I'm actually really excited about this series because now that I am putting my results up on YouTube, I think I will definitely be a little more consistent and disciplined with everything that I need to do, because I don't want to come with episode 2 and show you all that I'm not improving. No, I know that there are certain times when it comes to your weight loss journey, or even where I'm striving to lose fat, that there may be a plateau, but obviously that would not or should not be happening at the beginning of my journey. So I'm really excited as to how the next couple of weeks, next couple of months will go. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss when I upload future vlogs and videos. And if it is that you're on your weight loss journey or you're trying to improve with healthy habits and routines, let me know how things are going for the year. And as always, try your best to become the healthiest version of yourselves. Bye guys.